Hi there, it's Chantel from the Conker Crew, here as part of Envirolution Online Festival. Really good to be here, thanks very much for having me. Me being, like I say, Chantel, an adopted Mancunian, if that's not too obvious to tell. And the crew is essentially just me. But it's me and all the families that I've worked with over the last couple of years in Longford Park in Stretford and Stamford Park in Altrincham. We are essentially a stay and play group for under fives, but we're outdoors and it's risky and it's nature inspired and we use tools and there's a fire, and above all else, it's not hassly. That's the crux of the Conker Crew. I'm a mum of three myself, three under sixes, no less. So I know all about how busy and hectic life is. I used to be a high school teacher. I know the demands of a busy job, and all the busy headness that comes with modern urban life, which is why Conker Crew operates just in parks. We've got beautiful woodland here, of course we have. We've got the meadows, we've got access to the peaks and to the lakes. We've got fabulous national parks here in South Manchester and Greater Manchester even, rather. Oops. But the point is that our places where we operate are accessible by bus. They've got toilets, they've got baby change, they've got a cafe, they've got a play park even. Because access to the great outdoors and being able to play and enjoy nature shouldn't be onerous. It should be nice, it should be pleasurable, and above all else, it should be easy. Because life is a little bit tricky anyway, especially right now. So Conker Crew is really, like I say, about facilitating play for youngsters, but also providing a sense of campfire camaraderie for the grown-ups, where people can come and have a brew, grab a snack, share a bit of a chit chat, or have some lovely one-on-one time outdoors with their little one, while the forest school leaders, all trained into level 3 standard obviously, where we are enablers of a safe environment where risk can be taken in a safe and controlled way. Well, you guys chill out, like I say, or get involved. It's entirely up to you. We always say that at the beginning of each of our sessions. Join in as much or as little as you like. It's entirely up to you. Look, we all know the benefits of being outdoors, don't we? We're not daft. We've read all the stuff. We've seen all the news reports, the lost words, the lost child in the woods, and all that business. I'm not going to preach to the converted, but we know about the vitamin D element, the sunlight, how fabulous it is for our immune system, for our vision, for our eyesight, how being outdoors naturally leads us to move, to be more physical with our flexibility, our balance, our control, our fine and gross motor skills, all of those things. We know all about that. And how being outdoors for children especially leads to sort of resilience and self-control, all those things that are important when regulating our emotions, dealing with our feelings. And we hope that we can help alleviate the pressure of those things in families, particularly right now. Like I say, the great outdoors offers all of those things for us. But what do we do when we're out there? That's often the tricky bit for lots of grown-ups, lots of carers and parents and grandparents and whoever else looks after the kids. We all know it, but it's tricky, like I say, or it can be for many people. And the point is this, at Conker Crew, we sort of hope to show people what you can do in nature, how things can be easily facilitated for children to be able to, hang out comfortably in nature and not be too scared or freaked out or overwhelmed. Because like I say, lots of grown-ups can be. We're not all like Ramiers or Julia Bradbury. I think I say that even on my website. Like, we don't need to know 50 different types of nuts or how the best, do you know what I mean? We don't know that there are bushcraft places and fabulous woodcraft places that can help with all of that. We are facilitators of chilled out outdoor play. It's got a bit of risk in it, but it's about having a lovely load of fresh air fun. So like I say, how do we do that in an easy way? So there's things like storytelling. All of our sessions are always based on a story hook, something to get the attention of the little ones. And we do that in an adventuring way. So there's lots of physicality, there's lots of movement. We move through the park, we move through the outdoor space, sometimes slowly using our senses, sometimes in other sensory ways by touching things, quite often through running and jumping and leaping and grabbing things and being aware of our surroundings, walking on different terrains, running on different surfaces. So lots of sensory experiences and lots of auditory as well as visual. Stimulating the senses is a great one to do with stories, and like I say, it's a good hook, it's an easy hook, because if you don't feel comfortable making stuff up, or ooh, look at that specific tree over there, or look at this particular plant, it's just a way to get children to engage and observe and notice their surroundings. Another way is through nature crafts, scavenger hunting, finding what is out there, coming home with all the stuff in your pockets, an acorn, a random twig, a stick, a pine cone, and using those either as learning opportunities when you get home if you fancy it, or if you don't fancy it, just knowing that you've been out using their senses in a lovely space, breathing in the fresh air, not that stagnant, pungent, foggy air of the great indoors, but being outside and actually breathing in that lovely fresh air is going to benefit for everybody, of course, mental health for us all, grown-ups and children alike. And the other side of it is, of course, apart from the scavenger hunt, is using those things that are collected to, do some nature crafts, make mobiles, make dream catchers, make lovely pieces of art, whatever it is, wish jars, but they can all be linked back to the story if needs be, and that's what we do in our sessions, or not. They don't have to be. That's another point about Conker Crew, is that really it's about process and not product. The outcome is utterly irrelevant. If you make something that's absolutely Instagram worthy and beautiful and amazing and something to be displayed on the mantelpiece forever, that's great, that's fabulous. But not everyone wants to do that, or not everybody can do that, and not all children will. They're just going to love ripping stuff up or cutting stuff up or sticking stuff or just getting it in between their fingers and in their nails and getting a bit down and dirty with it. And that is obviously totally cool as well. So that's really about how we can easily engage our children in nature. Use the online things that Conker Crew have put out there. There's lots of stories, lots of good ideas, lots of craft ideas. You can join on one of our online sessions. We're on Instagram and on Facebook as well, or at www.conkercrew.co.uk. But the whole point is nothing onerous, nothing hassly. This is about your mental health as well as theirs. And that's really as easy as it is. If you need any other help or support or advice, get in touch, that's not a problem at all. Us Geordies are a welcoming bunch for sure. So thanks very much for your time. Have a fabulous festival, and hopefully you can join in with us in a short while. Cheers now. Bye for now.